Don't you wish your girlfriend would bring her hot friends home to you?
Well, I do.
That's why every week I'll be bringing home a new friend for you to meet and explore. Welcome to my new friend.
Hi guys, welcome to my new friend. This is my new friend, Nina Costa.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Costa Rica, and I'm excited to be here.
I'm so excited to meet you. And I just met you on Saturday at a party, so it's crazy that we're already here collabing.
Yeah,
So,
meant to be.
Yes.
Right?
So you're from Costa Rica, born and raised?
Born and raised, yeah, in Costa Rica.
Amazing. And how did you get to Cali?
Okay, it was a funny story because I started creating content with OnlyFans in Costa Rica, but in Costa Rica there's no industry, therefore I was trying to look in Reddit like people to start doing collaborations in US, aiming to for this market, and then I created like a community in a small community group in Costa Rica. So there was a girl, she's super like knowledgeable about Reddit, and she was like she saw I was doing like a pool parties and stuff with girls over there. And she was like, hey, I have a guy that they always bring people over here in Santa Teresa, which is a place in Costa Rica, and they do content and trips. Maybe you can contact them, or maybe you can collab with them. And it was like a Naked Bakers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I contacted them. I went to Santa Teresa. They invited me, and then they offered me to come here to their party. They have a 4th of July party each year, and I came here. I was able to do a lot of networking because there were like several creators, and that's how I started. But I was an operational manager at Amazon, so
oh wow,
it was a transition. Yeah.
How was that transition for you? And like, what kind of like made you be like, okay, no more Amazon?
I think I spent 2 years. I'm 32, so I spent 2 years of my life for Amazon. I was like, no, I think this is not life. Like, so,
Yeah.
but I mean, I was happy because I learned a lot of stuff that I use nowadays for my own stuff, my own business. But I started doing like pandemic came up, so I started doing freelancing. I was doing really well, like financially. But then I always like to, show myself sexy with lingerie and stuff. So a friend told me like, you should upload those pictures of you upload on Instagram. You should upload it on OnlyFans and monetize it. So I started doing OnlyFans, and then I have like this mad ADHD. When I really like something, I like to go deeper, and then I start like having more information about OnlyFans, and I was like, I think I like this,
Yeah.
So that to be successful on this OnlyFans and content and whatever stuff, you need to pull a lot of time,
Yes.
So I took the decision to leave Amazon. For me it was like at the end of a season, and then I started doing all the OnlyFans stuff, and that's how it started. So yeah.
And that's why we're here.
Thank you.
That is so crazy. So how long have you been doing the whole OnlyFans thing?
Okay, OnlyFans, I have like 3 years since I opened it, but I was not taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Then 2 years ago, I was start like posting more and getting more information. But I only have 1 year exactly in August previous year. I started doing like the even mainstream and stuff like that.
Very cool.
More explicit content. Yeah.
Amazing. And how did you get into the mainstream world? Did you have a collab, or did you find an agency or self-booking?
No, I've been like handling myself. The thing is that thanks to Naked Bakers again, like Johnny seems to start following me on Instagram, my previous account, before being deleted. And then he offered me to go to Las Vegas to collab. It was my first collaboration ever. So I like it. It was so nice, but it was just a collab, between him and I. In my country, there's no industry at all. There are like no porn stars or stuff like that. So I was in the news when the collab went out. I was in the news in the whole country, so it was a boom. It's a Catholic conservative country, so it was a whole boom. And for them, they don't get like the difference between creator and porn star. So it was like, oh, the person from Costa Rica. And then I started collaborating with other people like Manuel Ferrara, Karen Lee, and Caroline connect me to Brazzers. So Brazzers was my first scene here in America with like a studio. And I also did in the past in February a collaboration for double penetration in Jammy. Yeah. So and people tell me over the feedback that I receive is like it seems that you actually enjoy that, like yeah. So I think I don't know, it's easy for me.
Yeah.
You have to feel like a strong mindset because you have to be actually exhibitionism person.
Yes.
Yeah. Otherwise would be like so hard emotionally. But for
Mhm.
me, I really, really feel passionate about it. So that's how I've been like growing up. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really came in with a bang into the mainstream world. That's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So what was that like being all over the news?
Okay. At the beginning, it was kind of planned because I was working with a friend. I always been working like alone, and she was working with me. She was my manager at that moment, and she told me like, listen, this is big. I didn't understood like how big Johnny C was, because in my country and stuff, because I didn't consume porn in the past. I was just like liked to do it. So it's like, do you think it's big? It's like, this is so big. Like you should go to the news and stuff. So I like start contacting the news in my country, and nobody like listened to me. So what we did was like a bot, and we started like sending several messages like, oh, we have a Costa Rica having a first collaboration with a porn guy and stuff. And then they put me in the news. So I basically push it to be there.
Yeah.
But I was not aware about how big that was going to
Yeah.
turn, and then the like amount of hate and everything. However, it's weird because hate for me was not a thing. Like I started looking like the subscriptions and everything. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is how it works through marketing,
Yep.
So yeah, for me, I think like it was not hard, the hated stuff. But every time a new girl comes to me and it's like, I want to start this, I always try to be clear with them, like this is a thing, because I know like it's not a thing for me, but I know it could be a thing for a lot of people,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. The hate is definitely like a hard thing. Like if something's gonna get to you very easily, you'd have to kind of tread lightly and really think if this is something that you want to do, because the internet's forever.
Exactly.
So like if
when you show up, it's gonna be like
you gotta commit to the bit. And like you said, playing into the whole exhibitionist thing, like you really have to enjoy like putting yourself out there for people to consume. So
and be loyal to yourself, because this industry is hard as well. I think if you're like too young and you start this industry, you're gonna receive a lot of offers, and you have to be really loyal to yourself. Like, this really what I want to do? Because otherwise it's gonna be like a psychological cost, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So do you get recognized a lot at home?
In Costa Rica, yes. Costa Rica, a lot of people recognize me. Yeah.
What's that like?
At the beginning, it was hard because I have like this mad ADHD, so I live in my own world. I put my like Air Max and I just walk over there, and But I stopped like going out to certain places because I started like feeling like, it's people that is not get. I mean, there are a lot of men that they're not used to that.
Yeah.
So you feel like a kind of vulnerable situation being there, and even though I feel like myself like with a hard like energy and stuff, but somehow I still feel that. So it's like it's kind of wild. Here's different. Here I feel like more safe, I guess.
Yeah, so many people here are in some sort of like they're either in the lifestyle or they are consumers of like porn, or they're making porn. I feel like everyone knows about it. So like seeing a porn star, it's not going to be like that different than just like seeing a normal person walking down the street. But in a country where it's like more conservative, there's no one doing it, it's going to be more like shocking to them, because they're not going to know how to react, and they're going to be like, some people might be like, oh well, I'm gonna go grab her.
Exactly. There's actually, I had a situation once. I was dating I was hanging out with some friends, and a guy he come to me and he grabbed me by the ass, but really like aggressive. I was so mad. So that was the moment that I said, no, this is, I gotta be careful.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't even know what I would do, because I always think about that, because I've been recognized before in public too, but nothing ever like anything too crazy. But if someone was to like touch me, I'm always just like, okay, how do I punch someone? Do I fold my thumb in? I'm like, no, that's gonna break my thumb. Like, no, you gotta like.
I was so mad actually. I think when a person does that, mostly a man to you, and you react in that, because I was so like, how can I explain? Like, I reacted so aggressive, but it's because you feel disrespected, It's that no other reaction. So I was like, I yelled on him. He was like feeling like, oh, I'm so sorry. It was like, but I was like, I don't want to behave like that. I don't want to be like in my masculine energy to show a man how to be a man. It's like, I want to keep my feminine stuff. So I will prefer to avoid those places nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, it's the thing. And travel a lot. Like in Colombia, for example, it's a Latino place, and there's a lot of industry. Argentina, Brazil. And I like it here more because well, I have now like a community that supports me, so I feel like more home here.
Yes, it's more. I feel it's a lot more safe here, and there are so many people.
There's so many people, exactly, and it's cool because I've seen that the industry is kind of small in the meaning that it's not that much people, but it's a community. You know? So it's so nice actually.
So, what is the craziest thing that's happened to you while you've been here?
Here in Cali. Oh, crazy? You mean like in a bad way or crazy in a...
Either or. It's crazy. Bad, good, crazy.
Okay. Well, I think like growing up so fast in the industry, I haven't been like I mean, I'm not gonna say it's easy because it's not easy, but I've been blessed to be able to connect with a lot of people that it has already like a name on there, you know. So it's like, oh, it is possible. You know, you think like it's possible. So I start like dreaming. Well, I have a name like, for example, collaborations with Angela White, of course. Who doesn't want? No, I mean I want to. That's like a dream. Damn. But I think nowadays it's not impossible. You know. Yeah. Now I see like you can have like an opportunity if you know how to move or you know do your job with passion and stuff. So for me, like being here, the crazy stuff is like meeting people that I used to see or watching them in the screen when I started watching more porn. And now say like, okay, I collaborated with these guys like Manuel Ferrara, Kieran Lee, you know, Johnny Sins. So it's like, okay, it's possible.
It's crazy. It's like a little bit like starstruck, but also at the same time, you're like, I got to step up my game because now I'm at like their level. I'm working with them. We're
with them. Yeah, exactly. So it's like a way for you to say like, how can I also have my own brand and differentiate and make sure that what I'm doing is not just for the money, it's also because I want to also provide something, a show or whatever, you know. So
I feel like that's a really good mentality to have because a lot of people, I think, well, not a lot of people, but I feel that some people will do something just for the money. Just to get maybe like the clout from it. Even if it's not something that they're like genuinely into. And I think that kind of takes away like a little bit of like the magic thing. The whole magic of it, because if you're not truly into it, then it's like, well, why are you doing it? Like you are you want to create something that the viewer is going to be like, oh, she's really into this or whatever's happening in the video, and you know, at the end of the day you'd be like, wow, that was so much fun, I love that, I'm super proud of this.
Exactly, because it's I'm telling you, like well, even though here I know there's people that still sees porn like something bad, you know. Plus in my country, you can't imagine like how it is. So I think it's like you really need to be like aware that this is something that I really like, and it could be like a amount of money or whatever, but I think there's no amount of money that can pay you like the cost of something that you don't want to do. You know. And so for me, like being here is and for you to succeed in an industry where there's a lot of names that they're really good, is for actually you do what you like, you know. So I think that's very important for you to feel like, okay, I really want this, so I'm gonna do this because I'm loyal to myself and because this is what I want, you know?
I love that. That's such a good mentality to have.
Thank you.
What is your favorite type of content to film?
Well, I've been enjoying a lot of the DPs so much. I wasn't aware about it. I was like, I've never done a DP. If I wouldn't be in the industry, I would probably never done a DP by my own. But when I was in Colombia, I went with one of my friends, Brittany Taylor. She introduced me to the DP world. She told me like to this yummy producer, and they were like over there behind the scenes. I saw everything, like the preparation and everything. It was so smooth, so nice with her that I said like, I think I wanna, you know, like try this. I did the movies. I did 3 movies with them. And I enjoyed them a lot. Like I felt like actual pleasure, but because you get prepared, you know. So I think that's my thing. That I enjoy the most, like the DPs and public nudity. I love public nudity.
That's always really fun to do.
It's so fun, like watching people's reactions. I love it.
Even if it's like set up, like there's like extras in the background. I think it's still really fun because you are like having sex in front of people that you probably don't know. I think that's still like
it's weird. I think it's like a situation because I consider myself a normal person. It's just that I enjoy stuff that I know are not common, because for me it's not normal, it's just not common. Because everybody fucks, you know. That is just like exactly everybody, like I mean we come from sex, you know. So it's like what the fuck. It's just that we don't have the enough education. We are like hypersexualized nowadays. You can see it in the songs, rap songs, reggaeton music and everything, but people actually don't have education. So that's the thing. Like I've been studying sexology for a while now, so I can see the difference between being hypersexualized than actually having sexual education, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that I also into. Like, I like raw videos where I can also, in my content, like personal content, I like to educate people, like provide videos like how to do this, or how to prioritize your body, or you don't only need your, you know, like vagina or penis to have sex. You can also use your hands, your body, stuff. I like to educate in that way as well.
That is super cool. Like that's something I haven't looked into. So that'd be. I would love to have a little course with you.
Yeah,
A little
that would be
lesson on
good.
sexology.
That would be good, yeah.
Is there something from that knowledge that you have that you like to put forward in all of your videos?
Yeah, I like the Tantra stuff, like being so present.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because more than just Tantra is like for me, sexuality is a way for you to meditate in the meaning that you can have your pleasure. Pleasure is not bad as long as you don't use pleasure to run out of your, I don't know, like shadows. You know what I mean? Like, for example, we all have like violence and stuff like that. So I think like people say like, oh, porn is bad or this is bad. Actually, having sex is not bad. That's why you have like for example, the clitoris, which is an organ that is only meant to have pleasure. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like when you have like this healthy relationship with your pleasure, you can be totally present because when you're there having climax and stuff, you can be actually not thinking of your depths or your situations or problems. You're actually having a moment to be just present and enjoy, you know? So something that I like the most is being in the moment and not having like this judgment or fear moment, but being present, enjoying myself. So it's like a reset moment for me, you know?
That is so cool. Nice little reset.
Yeah.
It's always good to like stay in the moment too, because it's like there's nothing worse than like filming a video and then seeing like your scene partner like literally dissociating.
Exactly. You're like exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. Yeah, actually it's nice. I mean, I think it's a superpower you have as a human being, you know, like in pleasure. That's not bad.
Yeah. I think that's something that's kind of like thrown into like our world is like growing up, you're taught that feeling pleasure is like bad and like you shouldn't. And I think it's super important for people to know that like it's healthy and it's good for you. It's good for your brain to release.
I mean, we already have pain naturally. Yeah. So I think pain and suffering are two different stuff. So for example, suffering is when you keep your mindset in the pain, you know, you need to detach from some stuff to avoid feeling pain. So I think like if you come here and feel pain, you also have the right to feel pleasure as well, you know, because you cannot avoid pain, but you can then also compensate with some pleasure, you know, it's not bad. And for example, for me, sexuality comes like since you're a kid, we all are born from sexuality, but also like the act of having sex is like something like as an adult, if we want to be 10 adults having sex together, but we're consent about it, you know, that shouldn't be something bad because why is it normal to go to a cinema to with 60 years old and watch like a movie of action killing like thousands of people, but is it bad for a grown up to watch porn with people having consent? You know, it's like what the fuck? I don't get it. So that's the thing. Like I feel for me, like for me, porn is art. It's a kind of art.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Like I love when like a company, and what I like to do in my videos is make sure like everything just like looks good and like perfect and very just like artistic.
It's so artistic, yeah. And there are different type of art. Like it could be like super produced, like browsers and stuff, and it could be something more raw in your house. It could be your solo. It could be just nudity. There are a lot of stuff that you can see like, oh, this is artistic, you know? Yeah.
I love that. So since you've been in this for a while and you're famous back home, do you have any crazy people in your DMs?
For sure. Yeah. I think even before doing this.
Yeah.
It's so funny because studying sexology plus having OnlyFans makes you understand a lot of stuff. I have a lot of crazy people that have like maybe let's call crazy fetishes. But for me, I understood after studying sexology that fetishes are not something crazy. It's just like sexuality somehow helps you to release some trauma from your childhood. So if you see, for example, people that has like small dicks and stuff like that, and they want to be humiliated, it's because we grown up with the I don't know, like the idea that having a small dick makes you less of a man. So that comes from how they compensate with pleasure, and that's why they want to be humiliated and they feel pleasure because out of the trauma they're healing through that pleasure, you know. So I've been requested several crazy stuff that they are new for me, but after understanding that it comes from a trauma, I like to compensate the person as long as I can provide that. For example, I've been asking for poop videos. It's not my thing. So it's like, okay, I understand there is a trauma related, but it's not something that I can provide. You know. So I again, loyal to myself, so I know what I can provide and what I can't. So yeah, I have crazy DMs. But the thing is that I try not to judge them, just to understand them and redirect them. Like if I cannot provide them the type of content they ask me, it's like, well, this is not something that I do, but I don't like to treat people bad, you know. Yeah. Because that's the idea. I think like sex workers, we deserve a lot of respect, but we can start like providing respect to people first. So teach them like, okay, I'm a sex worker. You're asking me this. I respect you. I don't judge you, but this is not something that I do. You know.
Yeah, I've definitely had those. With people, I've had a couple of requests to play with the like religion stuff. So I've had someone ask me to do a hijab video, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Like, I'm so sorry, but that's not something that I'm gonna be doing, even if it is like I'm not gonna share it with anyone else. Like, I understand that. I understand it's a custom. It's just for you, but I personally don't want to do something like that, and I'm gonna like stay true with that. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take your money.
Exactly.
Can I do something else for you?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's like way to, I don't know. I like my websites to be a safe space for people to be able to express themselves. And I've been chatting with people that they tell me like they're, for example, in a marriage, but they're actually gay. So I've been treating those type of cases. I'm not a therapist certified, but people come to me as if I were a therapist. So I like to not provide advices because I don't feel like in the position to providing you advices, but I like to discover your situation with yourself, like you know, be with you.
Yeah.
So that's something that I like. And maybe crazy DMs in social media, like mostly people from my country, made in my country. It's like, oh, I want to collaborate with you or debut with me or whatever. So it's like, well, I know it's a thing because even though I have received a lot of hate, the same people who actually hate me come to my DMs asking me how they can start in the business.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like I don't have like a recipe. It's like I don't know. I just start and suddenly like the doors start like opening for me. So you know it's just meant to be. But yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to show you something really quick. I have some people in my DMs, and I've been liking to kind of share that with my guests on the show. And I just find them kind of interesting and a little bit funny. Okay. So we'll get your view on these people. I go down on Willard's Wiener.
You received that yet? Yes.
Yes. And this is another one. If you go to his profile, it's so interesting. Is that like most of these don't have a lot of views, like 471, 794, 625. So like he's posting these truly for himself.
Yeah, it looks
they're
like.
So interesting, I think.
He's enjoying, he's having his best life.
He is living his best life.
He's living his best life, yeah.
But just the ventriloquist thing is.
See, then people say like, why do you porn? It's like, well.
This is like I'm creating my art, he's creating his art.
Exactly, his art. I think like that's nice as long as, for example, I prefer to watch this. Maybe it's not something that I will consume, but I prefer to watch someone doing whatever he wants and be happy than being an asshole and hurting people. You know what I mean? If that's the way for him to feel whatever trauma he has and he has been healing that's okay. Dude, go ahead. You know, go ahead. Trauma. Be a weirdo. We're all weirdos. So we're all weirdos. Yeah, exactly. So that's so funny, actually. He's like, what the?
All right. Well, it's been like amazing chatting with you. I feel like I've learned so much and gotten to know you a lot more.
Thank you.
We're gonna go change into something a little bit skimpier. Yeah. We're gonna go talk about naughtier things.
I actually want to do.
Yeah. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe our YouTube channel and our Instagram and Twitter. See who comes on next. Until then.
Bye.
This is Nina Costa. Goodbye.
So funny.